Hakim, all praises go to Yahweh Shemal Shai. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Grace Millstone. And peace and blessings to you, Akim, out there pushing this word of truth, sincerity. All right, so I have an article from RT, okay, and it reads 128 countries vote in favor of UN call for U.S. to withdraw Jerusalem's decision. Now, a few weeks ago, Donald Trump, who is the president of the United States, declared Jerusalem as the capital of Israel, okay? Pretty much saying that the Palestinians have no part in that land, okay? Which they don't. Which them so-called fake Jews don't have any part in our land also. Because that's the land of you Black, Hispanic, and Native Americans. Now, this is a very big news according to biblical prophecy, okay? Because we're in a time where all these nations are going to separate themselves from America, okay? And out of the UN, 128 nations pretty much voted all against the decision that Trump made, okay? Which he's being controlled by the elites, okay? We understand that. And pretty much the whole world is looking at United States as a rogue nation. So I'm gonna read a little bit of the article, and then I'm gonna bring out two precepts that pretty much filter through the scriptures and back up what this article is saying according to biblical prophecy. Now, the article reads: the UN General Assembly has overwhelmingly voted in the favor of resolution calling on the U.S. to reverse its decision to recognize Jerusalem as the capital of Israel. 128 countries backed the motion. Okay, 128 nations. All right, so when you look at these nations, all right, and this, when you look at these nations, pretty much all the allies of America voted against it. All the European nations voted against it. Okay, like you have which Australia is part of the UN. Australia, okay. I'm just going to look at some of the big nations, okay. Give me a second. Denmark, okay, that's a European nation. Finland is a European nation. France is a European nation. Germany is a European nation. Greece is a European nation, okay. Iceland, okay. Ireland, all right. Japan, Italy, okay. Let's come over here. And I'm just looking at these big nations, okay? Now you have some nations that that didn't vote, all right? Like Mexico didn't vote. And you look at the red is pretty much nations that voted for it, which they're low-level nations, man. All right? All right, so okay, Netherlands, New Zealand, Norway, all right, Portugal, the Russian Federation, all right, Saudi Arabia, which they're supposed to be an ally with America, all right, Spain, all right, Sweden, Switzerland, United Kingdom, okay. So pretty much all the big allies of America are coming against this decision. All right, 9 states voted against the UN resolution and 35 states abstained. The voting took place at a rare UN General Assembly emergency meeting convened Thursday at the request of the Arab and Muslim nations, proving you that America is that great nation talked about in the scriptures, Babylon the Great, because just by America saying this one thing, okay, through Trump, the whole world is in an uprising. Okay, so here's the scripture. So this is Revelation 17 and 16. And the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore and make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire. And those are talking about those European nations, okay, those allied nations, the EU, okay. These were once in league. These were all together during the time of the Roman Empire, okay. And now we're in the revised Roman Empire, America being the main nation, and these other nations being the power structure of the so-called white man. All right, they're going to all turn on America, and this right here, this article proves that we're in that time, because all the European allied nations they voted against this. They voted against this, and they want the vote. They want the U.S. to withdraw their decision because it's causing too much uprising in the Middle East. Okay. This is Obadiah 1 and 7. All the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border. Now let's look at that word confederacy. Okay, covenant, alliance, pledge. You see that? So they're in alliance. These allied nations of the so-called white man. Okay, treaty, alliance, league, constitution, agreement. So pretty much that word confederacy, it means you're an allied nation. You agree upon something. Well, if you're an allied nation, are you supposed to all move in one in one movement? Aren't you supposed to move as one, as a group? Well, America is that outside rogue nation that does whatever the hell it wants to do, and all these nations are starting to turn their backs on America, okay? Because America wants war. America doesn't want peace on earth, all right? The men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee. Yeah, so all these nations that were at peace with you at one point, they're going to deceive you and prevail against thee. They that eat thy bread have laid a wound under thee, because America gives all these nations, he gives all these nations aid. You know, he gives them weapons. He gives them technology. So all the nations that you thought that you were in league with, that were going to back you, they're going to come against you, and they're going to link up together with all the other nations of the whole planet Earth. All right, and they're going to come against all the nations of the planet Earth are going to come against America. There is none understanding in him. So yeah, so pretty much, according to this article, we're in that time. We're in the time of all these other nations coming against America and then destroying America. All right, because of America's crimes throughout the world. The Most High, Yahweh Shemal Shai, he wants this deal to go down. So he's making these different leaders change their decision and how they feel about America. And he's making America, okay, do all these blatant acts of terrorism. All right, so it's going to come to a point to where all these nations are going to fully withdraw themselves from any company with America. All right, and in that time, that's when the nuclear missiles are going to be flying over here to destroy this place. All right, thus said the Lord. So with that, all praises, honor, and glory goes to Yahweh Shemal Shai. Double honors to the apostles and the elders, and peace and blessings to the Akim. Shalom.